Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're just in the game. Finally, I found a game that started off at the 0-minute mark, so that's quite nice to have. Of course, I apologize because you might not be aware, but when I'm casting this, there's still a bug with LOL replay, which means that I cannot cast any games outside of the client of Riot. So that means that I only am able to cast EU West games for now, and that's quite an issue, I suppose, meaning that I also need to wait for a game that starts at around the 0-minute mark so that I can do full games, because as you all are aware, you cannot choose that within the Riot client. Oh well, anyway, I just wanted to say that now let's go over the teams and start with the cast, shall we? I'll start with blue team apparently, because that's where the last time dynamic camera swap places was standing. So we have a Cailtlyn who will be going on the bottom together with a Sona. Apparently, are they going for an invade? Probably not. Cailtlyn actually going to stand at a very dangerous position there. I think if Riot had his shackle ready to go, it could have been, well, a lot of damage at the very least. Of course, Cailtlyn had the barrier ready to go. Nunu being very suspicious there. See what I did there? So Cailtlyn on the bottom lane together with Sona. Then we have a Orianna who will be in the middle, who is turning around with his skirt. Why not? She's clockwork. She needs to turn around. We have Elise who will start with the Ryze and then take a quick red. Maybe go for blue or give it to Orianna. We shall see in the future. Top lane will be an Elise. Oh yeah. Good luck with that. Because who is he facing? It's a Darius. And Darius has huge problems against an Elise, to be honest. Well, every time I play in these and I'm facing a Darius, I'm just laughing. But this is higher elo. Maybe this Darius knows how to play against an Elise, but her range damage is so potent against the Darius, she will never get pulled by you. Apprehend won't work on her, boy. And even if you're able to apprehend her, she will just repel. And that will be the end of that. I think she can even repel out of his ultimate, though I'm not too sure about that. So Darius on the top lane, Ryze in the middle. We've all seen Ryze before. He has actually leveled his rune prison there, so he actually tried to go for the shackle on the Cailtlyn earlier on in the game, but apparently, well, he didn't want it to. So he lost a lot of mana because of it. It is very high mana cost considering the spell flux. Well, in comparison to the spell... Oh, it's actually overload. Spell flux is the other ability. Sorry. Oh, Vi actually getting counter jungled here. Let's go quickly to the Vi. Of course, jungler Vi was attacked by Lee Sin, as always, I might say. Like, lastly, when I played Vi, the Lee Sin was in my jungle as well. What a bastard. Now, pings are, of course, going down by Vi to the Ryze, saying, help me, he's going to steal my red. And stole it, he didn't. So Vi has red, is going to use Vault Breaker to get away, will survive, is actually going to turn around and try to hunt the Lee Sin. She is level 3, Lee Sin isn't. A nice little rune prison there, but Ryze taking a lot of damage there, because, of course, Sorry, I had to swallow there. And now I forgot what I was going... Oh yeah, the Sonic Wave of Lee Sin was able to hit him, meaning that he could escape easily. If I would have gone into that brush, Lee Sin would have been in trouble. I don't think he actually is... He can't fight a Vi on level 3. He just can't. Vi will destroy you. She wasn't able to land the denting blows though, and she needs to be careful because Orianna is way too close. Can I please go to the bottom lane, guys? Thank you. Thank you. So bottom lane for red team consists of a Kogmaw and a Nunu, which means early game, well, attack speed on a Kogmaw early game makes him a lot stronger than normally he would be, but a Cailtlyn and Sona have very high poke. As you can see, Sona could go for it, but of course a very nice barrier makes it so that the Kogmaw will survive. Nunu is of course also had to exhaust the Sona, so she couldn't do that much damage onto Kogmaw. So Kogmaw able to survive, however he needs to leave his lane, which can be an issue. So Darius actually doing quite well versus Elise, considering he has 15 million kills. Elise also has 15 million kills, but she will continue poking him down. She decided not to go for any mana regenerative items because, as you should note, Elise has some mana issues if you really want to be a very rude boy into your lane. Well, actually, girl, she is a woman, a spider. To be a rude spider in your lane and keep poking the Darius non-stop. But that means you need to spam your abilities and they cost mana. So if you don't have any mana regenerative items regenerating items, you will probably die. Now, ganking a Elise is quite hard considering her spider form gives her bonus movement speed and she can still repel. But a very nice apprehend and first blood. I didn't expect that at all. It was an apprehend, of course, that turned it all around. Elise tried to flash away, but of course, the excessive force by Vi was able to hit. Riot changed how excessive force worked, actually, so it is now resetting your auto attacks, which means it's such a huge ability to have. It also means you can almost instantly land your denting blows. If you're able to land your Volt Breaker, which also procs denting blows, then do an excessive force on the face of them, it will reset your auto attack. So it means that you automatically, immediately after your excessive force, you auto attack again, and that's your third auto attack that you need for denting blows, which means a lot of damage on your enemy. So 1 kill, first blood given to the Vi. You do not want that. Vi actually snowballs quite hard even as a jungler. I have been playing her as a jungler as of late, and I must say I haven't really lost a game since. Only once, but that was lag. And you know what I'm talking about, you. So anyway, Nunu and Kogmaw are able to do a little bit of damage onto the Cailtlyn because she's all by herself. Of course, now Sona is there. All the damage that you have done onto her will be naught. Now Kogmaw needs to run away. Of course, he has been blood boiled, so he is able to escape quite effectively. But just look at the damage Sona and Cailtlyn are able to do. It's not funny. And Nunu does not give you any sustain. Apprehend by the Darius landing there, of course. Well, Skittering Frenzy was used by the Elise, making it so that the damage has been reduced a little bit. Because of course Skittering Frenzy will regen a little bit of health every time you auto attack or your spiders auto attack. But keep in mind guys, there is a Vi in the brush. I don't think she has been seen yet, so 1 apprehend will kill her. I'm pretty sure. Vault Breaker being used, but no, at the same time at the apprehend, a very nice cocoon by Elise, and of course repel under the turret. She is fine. Actually, I don't think Vi cares, using excessive force to try and do some damage. A little bit of miscommunication there. The minute that Darius saw that she was loading her Vault Breaker, he shouldn't have landed his apprehend yet. Though, maybe he thought Vi would use her Vault Breaker to get towards him instead of where the Elise was standing. A pity indeed, it could have been a kill. Instead it wasn't, because of course the Elise didn't have a flash yet, so even though she would have been able to repel, it would still be too close or too far away from the turret and too close to the Darius and the Vi. Well, this sounds like a vampire. Vi stands for vampire. It doesn't. Sorry. It is VA. So Darius now level 6. Elise isn't though. It doesn't really matter that much for Elise. The only thing that leveling up her spider farm does is increasing the base stats of her defensive stats. Now she needs to be very careful, of course. The ultimate of Darius is ready to go, but she was able to do a lot of damage on Darius as well. Cailtlyn shooting the Nunu, shooting him down. She must also be nearing level 6. It is still halfway there though on her experience bar. So I'm actually surprised that Darius doesn't want to do more damage, or vice versa, that Elise doesn't want to go in for the kill, because the Elise works with her spells. Well, it's actually just her, I can't say the name, her neurotoxin. Yes, her neurotoxin and her venomous bite work on your current health. So when your opponent is low, if you go venomous bite onto them, oh, a very nice sonic wave there by Lee Sin, hitting the Vi, but he didn't dare to go in closer. Of course, Rune Prison would have been used anyway, but Lee Sin did manage to push away Vi out of her jungle. Vi is level 6 though, which means she isn't that dependent of red to have successful ganks. Which means death, trust me. I think I'm gonna upload a video of Vi jungling. Don't know what kind, but I will, because it was a funny game. I was fat, what can I say? Then it's always fun. Though sometimes when you lose, you have fun games as well. Isn't that right, Kogmaw? Oh, too soon. Let's check out your loss hits there, Coggy. So he has 54 loss hits, whilst the Cailtlyn has, well, let's say 80. So Cailtlyn winning tremendously. and she is pushing the lane very hard. Is going to use Ace in the hole at the tower shot there, but guess what? Vi using her assault and battery, knocking down the Sona, but Sona actually managed to get away. I don't know if the same could be said of Cailtlyn. Of course, her minions are doing some damage onto the Vi. Vi backs off, being too afraid. Cocoon landing there by the Elise. Is she going to repel under the turret? I don't think so. So instead, we're going to watch the Ryze, apparently, for he landed a rune prison. And this is going to be Vi with the Vault Breaker. Vi stands for Vault Breaker. Not really, but that will be a kill for the Kogmaw. So very good that Vi didn't auto-attack the Sona there, because she could have. I know she wanted to, but feeding a Kogmaw is very impressive. A very nice Dragon Rage there, but flash away by the Ryze, making it so that the Sonic Wave didn't land. Lee Sin fairly low, needs to be careful because Vi stands for I'm approaching to your face. Vault Breaker is going to land. She should have moved a little bit faster, but guess what? Dancing Blows will land. Sonic... No, it's not Sonic Wave. That's Safeguard, you silly person. And this is going to be a lot of damage on Vi. That's not a... I was gonna say Sonic Blast now, but that's just a Shockwave. Jesus, why is everything Sonic today? Gotta go fast. Gotta cast fast. Oh, Vi wants action. Vi didn't want that much action. She is going to get attacked by the Dissonance there, but it didn't do enough damage as of yet. Volatile Spiderling is very good for farming, proven by Elise. Thank you, Elise. She is one level behind onto the Darius. Of course, she is quite tanky. She has bought herself a Giant's Belt, so she should be able to survive the true damage of Darius. But Darius wants more. Darius wants blood. Ignite does not work on Repel, girl. And that will be a kill by Darius. So Darius winning the lane against Elise. As I said before, I've never seen it. Then again, I haven't casted a game yet where Darius is facing Elise. I think. So great play by Darius considering I have never seen it before. Now Lee Sin going to jungle a little bit more, probably going for Wraiths. As you are aware, I am now casting with dynamic camera for a while because I want to drink whilst casting. And without you guys noticing it. But you'll probably notice it anyway. When I start like this, I am drinking! Whilst Cailtlyn is getting a lot of damage upon. A very good Absolute Zero should be a kill on the Sona. She is going to use a very good... I was going to say Dissonance, but it is... Why do I keep forgetting that word? Crescendo. It's not the first time I forgot it. Ace in the hole, ace in the nope, and double nope by Red Team. So very good noping. Red Team doing an amazing job. Always with the crescendo. I always forget that name. I wonder why. Maybe it's because it's Italian. But does that make me a racist? Does that make me a lingual racist? Not too sure. Anyway, great plays by Red Team so far. They have 4 kills to Blue Team's 0. However, it's only 1,000 gold differentiation, which means that Blue Team is farming better. And it is right, everyone on Blue Team has a better farm than the person on Red Team, which is good. You have Cailtlyn on 105 minion kills, Kogmaw only on 70. You have Orianna on 107, Ryze only 88. You have Elise on 58. Alright, that's not as good as Darius, who has about 80. But then again, Darius is bullying the Elise very hard. Which I didn't expect, truly. Now Darius, of course, has a Hex Drinker, means that he has a lot of magic, well, a lot of early game magic resistance. You need to be relative there, mates. Kogmaw, oh no, that's a trap there, Nunu, but he was able to dodge it. A lot of damage on the Sona, however. Kogmaw auto-attacking the Cailtlyn instead. She was close by. Vi versus Elise, who is going to win? Kogmaw says, I want to go for the action. Screw you, I want to have the action. I'm taking control of this game, guys. I want to see this middle lane going down, 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 down. Lee Sin going for the kill. The Ignite will get the kill. Nope, the Dragon Rage will get the kill. Proven wrong by Lee Sin, who says, kills are mine, not for my mid-AP carry. She is out farming Ryze anyway. She doesn't need to kill. I am a jungler. A mid-game assassin, one might say. I need the money. It's mine. So, very great play. Lee Sin now going for red there. It's dangerous, Lee Sin. It's dangerous. You might die. There's a ward here. Red team knows where you are. So, if you're going to recall, it might have been dangerous. And now it's going to be a teleport in. Is it going to be a kill? Ryze just needs to land the rune prison and it will be a kill. Will be a kill. Will be a kill. So, there you have it. A very good teleport by Ryze. Killing the Lee Sin. Giving Ryze a red buff. Now I'm not too sure what the auto attack range of a Ryze is. I think it's just medium. It's not like an Annie or an Anivia, so he will probably not be able to use the slow of his auto attack to land an easier Rune Prism on Orianna, who is already a fast champion with Dissonance, so it might be hard. Level 10 Darius versus level 9 Elise. Spiderlings of Elise are attacking the Darius, but instead we're going to the bottom where there will be an easy kill onto the Sona. Kogmaw trying to land. Very good ultimate though by Sona, but she wanted to go a little bit closer, saying hi to Kogmaw and then die to Kogmaw, as well as Elise dying to the Darius at the very same time. You want to see how it happened? I will show you. Let's go back in time, 15 seconds, where Elise was saying, "Hi Darius, I'm killing you now, get cocooned, get everything," and Darius was like, "Hey!" And that's all you need as a Darius, just a polite hello, it's all you need. Bottom lane will destroy their turret, so great play. Red team having the first turret in the game. Ryze, of course, taking blue, will get damaged by Orianna, but he doesn't care all that much. Every time he uses... Hey, I wasn't done yet, Lee Sin. I will shut down the dynamic camera. I'm tired of it. So every time he uses the desperate power, he gains a little bit of movement speed anyway, so resulted in him being able to escape the ball of Orianna more easily. Though his turret is quite low, of course a Ryze doesn't have the pushing power of an Orianna, which will result in middle tower getting destroyed rather soon. This siege minion does a lot of damage. But red team's turret has been destroyed as well. Vi going in from the rear. She does have Assault and Battery, which she will land. Rune Prison followed up immediately. Vi needed to flash out of that Shock Blast though. Lee Sin wanting to go for the kill, but there was no way to hit the Sonic Wave. Nunu was blocking it. And it's only air anyway. What can air do to you? Well, once it lands, you will see. Cailtlyn wants to go in for the kill with her ace in the hole, but she's nowhere close. Orianna is way safe back into her base. So instead they are going to go for this tower, which will result in blue team having 2 towers destroyed. Red team only 1, which will in itself result in only 1,000 gold differentiation instead of 2,000, which is good. You want to keep the gold as close as possible to each other, which will result in a better game. Oh no, Sona, run girl, run you fool, run faster. No, Ryze standing on the trap there, that's good, because if Ryze were there it could have been a kill. Vi still doesn't have her ultimate, but doesn't matter. She wants to go in with the Vault Breaker, doing a lot of damage with the excessive force, but a very nice Dragon Rage will make it so that Lee Sin is able to get away. Will get hit by the Bioarcane. No, that's not a Bioarcane Barrage. What was it called? Living Artillery. Yes, indeed. Sona still has her Crescendo ready to go. It's only on a few seconds cooldown, so she should be able to, well, make it so that she can try and say, "Hey, red team, get away, this is our dragon." They don't know it's on cooldown. They don't know that. Oh, very nice shockwave there. 1 auto attack will get the kill, but guess what, Vi? If you run away from your cover, you will die. Of course, the Crescendo made it so that Ryze was unable to move and get in position towards the, well, the shot of Ace in the Hole, but then again, if I didn't dash away, it would have landed on Ryze to begin with. But then again, who can you blame? Oh, Darius getting spotted there. Will land the upper hand, so that should be a kill. Noxian Guillotine, mate. It's a double kill. I can dunk for all day and eternity, so that's what you get. So it was a nice play by blue team, though of course it was very nice for Darius to go into the bottom. However, if Elise is able to take this tower, it will be a better trade-off for blue team, I might say. They got the dragon, they got the kill onto Vi. That's a lot of money. They got the middle turret and now they have the top turret. So all the outer turrets of red team have been destroyed, which is quite a feat, I must say. Only the bottom turret of blue team has been destroyed, which isn't really the biggest deal of turret. Well, in the end it is, because of course it's the furthest away of Baron, so if you're able to push that lane first, then all good. But in the mid game, that's the lane that gets the least pushed out of all. Now, Elise is a fairly good just counter pusher, but I don't think she will be used for counter pushing. Instead, it's going to be Darius and Vi destroying the top inner turret. Outer, sorry. So then, this game is still close. Blue team farms better, red team kills better. Of course, that will result, once one of red team gets shut down, it is a lot of money that will go to blue team. So in the end, I think blue team is standing a little bit better. This is going to be Nunu just standing on a trap, but he is Nunu, he has Blood Boil, he just walks away. However, Lee Sin and Orianna are approaching. The red buff of Lee Sin has just spawned, so I think he is going for there instead of the other thing. And yes, indeed, there he is, taking red. He's blind, so how does he know what color it is? He's colorblind. Wait, what? No, this is colorblind mode. He would be able to see it then. So then, red team wants the middle outer turret destroyed, and pings are going down rapidly onto Sona, who will need to flash over this wall. She is completely surrounded. She isn't going to flash. She gets rune prisoned instead, though Orianna with a very nice little ultimate there, getting the kill onto Ryze. Lee Sin going in onto the fray. He doesn't have safeguard just yet. He will die, though Nunu will die as well. Ace in the hole being used by Cailtlyn, blocked by the Kogmaw, but you don't want that much damage, Kogmaw. Cailtlyn going in for the kill. Vi is there as well, but one dissonance will make it certain that Cailtlyn can get closer. Use your ball and use dissonance, and there they go. Of course, they were slowed by the void ooze, and I think it will result in Kogmaw getting away with a very few HP. But it did result in the blue being stolen by Orianna. Now Vi once more. She could actually go for the kill onto the Sona, but will she survive afterwards? That is the question. I think she will if she uses Salt and Battery to go in, use excessive force to get the kill, and then the denting blows. Sona would have died, and then she could use the Vault Breaker to dash away to safety. Home guard boots apparently have been bought by Ryze, which results in a very fun animation. His feet are on fire. I'm Ryze and my feet are on fire. I'm a very bad voice actor. Oh, my drink is getting warm. That's what you get if you place your drink right next to the ventilation system of your computer. It's retarded. I'm sorry. It won't happen again, I swear. But now that it's finished, I can catch even as I talk like a retard. Now that my drink is finished, I can cast even better. Sorry for that, I had to drink. I had to soothe my voice. So now it's even sexier than before. That makes me sound creepier more than sexy, I must say. So Kogmaw Nunu was pushing the bottom lane, they were. But they got surrounded by both Lee Sin and Elise. Elise finally tired of farming on the top lane. Well, she had to, because she was a little bit behind. In order for her to catch up, she had to farm a little bit better. So she's only 20 minion kills behind. Still, she is having a very hard time. She doesn't really have any damaging items as of yet, but as an Elise you don't really have to. You do need a little bit of armor penetration then. But in the early game your spiderlings do a lot of damage with Skittering Frenzy. And yours... Oh no, no! Sona, run! Of course she has her ultimate. If she uses it correctly, that will be very huge. Vi running away, Ace in the hole will be used. And that's Elise jumping in. She had the red buff, I thought. But maybe it was just 5. Now it's going to be Elise, probably dying. She does she doesn't have any escape, I wanted to say. I shouldn't be drinking Monster when casting. I really shouldn't. Now it's going to be Lee Sin. Yep! Getting the kill quite easily. And the double kill for Lee Sin. He still has Dragon Rage. I'm pretty sure. No, he doesn't. He just used it to get the kill onto the Nunu. He's going to need to run away. Will not survive. A nice cocoon there. Now it's going to be Elise jumping on with the repel. Is going to use Skittering Frenzy to do as much damage as possible. She doesn't. Well, she has the flash. She could have gone for the kill, to be honest, but then again, she would have been stuck in the enemy's base. Now it's going to be Orianna versus Darius. Darius needs to be careful there. It actually did a lot of damage on the Cailtlyn, so that means that his Noxian Guillotine is on cooldown. Yes, it is. Cailtlyn barely surviving. Thank God for the barrier, which resulted in her surviving. Now it's going to be blue team pushing down the middle, but at no avail. Of course, they kind of won the team fight there, thanks to a good ultimate by Sona. She was baiting that enemy team, one might say. Others might say it was sheer luck, but who am I to judge? So let's check out the items that red team has bought, whilst blue team is now recalling to buy their items, so I can do that afterwards. So Ryze has a Rod of Ages, which will result in him having a lot of mana and a lot of ability power, which is good on a Ryze. He also has one tier of the Goddess and is apparently going to rush a Banshee's Veil, which gives him mana, which results in tankiness and damage. Also Rod of Ages gives him health, which is also good. Ryze is always a tanky mage, because he can use mana to get damage as well, which results in him buying defensive items that have mana. So then, will blue team be able to take this Baron? I think it is. Living Artillery doing quite the damage onto the rest of blue team, but it's not enough, Kogmaw. It's not enough. It's going to be Lee Sin going Berserker's mode. He was able to Dragon Rage to safety, well, the enemies to safety, but that's a very nice Absolute Zero, but a nicer dodge by Lee Sin, result in the kill of Lee Sin. Is going to be a repel by the, oh no, she's going to die. Elise is not going to survive this. Ryze is going to get away. Kogmaw in a very bad position here. He will die. He will try to explode onto the enemies, but it won't do enough damage to begin with. So a very good team fight. Lee Sin now going to juke away with the safeguard towards his team. There's no way Ryze can get to you. So again, very good play by blue team. They got the dragon. They got the kills. They have the lead. And Cailtlyn found herself a lot of minions on the bottom lane. Isn't that right, girl? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just say yes. Alright, screw you then. Whew. I actually did not anticipate that blue team would be such, well, winning team fights so easily, considering, is it all the power of that amazing shockwave by Orianna? She does land them quite perfectly, I must say, in these fights. But then again, that can't be all, can it? Cailtlyn, of course, was very good at positioning herself throughout the entirety of the game. She has been playing tremendously well since the beginning. She was winning her lane, and now, well, she is able to position herself so well because she's a Cailtlyn. She has a very high range of auto attack, so she can just attack from a far away distance to play it safely and use her ace in the hole just to get those people that want to run away out of a fight and kill them. But I must say that Lee Sin went in without any help of his allies, landed a very good Dragon Rage, knocking back everyone, and then still surviving, thanks to an amazing safeguard play with his own ward. He safeguarded towards that ward twice, in a different direction towards it, so it was pretty fun. Cailtlyn has a red buff, which will result in Nunu probably dying. He's standing on the trap, dodges it like a pro, or like a lucker, one of those two. You decide. So, red team was winning the early game, I must say, but now it's blue team pulling ahead. They are only 4 champion kills behind and have 1 turret kill more than the red team has. Now it's going to be a nice apprehend, but guess what? It is an Elise. If needed be, she can repel. Well, not anymore. She's in her human form. Is going to do, well, that's not a lot of damage there, I must say, by Darius. I'm surprised, but Elise will die to the ignite. If it wasn't ignite, nope, it was a Nedkk. Now Cailtlyn in a very tough position is going to get exhausted and then absolute zeroed by the Nunu. Kogmaw shutting down the Cailtlyn and then dominating for Darius. The D stands for dominating, and this should be a Baron. They should go for it. Lee Sin trying to go for the kill onto Darius will need to use safeguard to try and block the bleed. It will work, but Nunu is just too fast, and Kogmaw is too fast as well, thanks to the blood boil. So Kogmaw getting the kill. Orianna needs to be careful, will get slowed by both Nunu and Kogmaw. Assault and Battery will get an easy kill. So forget what I was saying. Even though blue team were in the lead, this will result in red team getting a very huge lead. An ace on blue team. At this part of the game, I thought they would be going for Baron, but red team is fairly low, so they won't be able to go for Baron. Instead, they are going to try and destroy the inner middle tower, which will result in a lot of laning presence for red team. They still have theirs, though Elise is there, they need to back off. Though they could go for the kill, it doesn't matter because the rest of blue team was arriving there shortly afterwards. So, whenever I thought that this was going to be a huge turnaround for one team, the other team smacks me on the face and says, "No, we got this, Nightspectre, don't you worry, we were playing. We were just having fun. Fun and shits and giggles and all that stuff." Oh no, that Sona just loves getting caught. Repel used offensively by Elise. I must say, Elise is building quite the tank. So she was able to soak up a lot of damage by Darius there, which I was surprised about. Because of course, the Noxian Guillotine does true damage, so I didn't thought it would do that less. Maybe Darius didn't land all his abilities. He is going to apprehend Lee Sin. Lee Sin is not moving. He actually might be baiting it out, or he disconnected. One of those two. I think he disconnected, to be honest. Is he safeguarding? Yes, he is, but he won't survive. Not too sure what happened there, but that will result in a shutdown on Kogmaw, so it doesn't matter anyway. Kogmaw is done. A very nice shockwave there by Orianna, but will it be enough? I don't think so. Another Noxian Guillotine will not be used because, of course, it is on cooldown. Nunu needs to die right now. He does. So the Absolute Zero won't do that much damage. Darius running away. Ace in the hole being blocked by Ryze, who is fairly low on HP. Cocoon misses by Cailtlyn. Movement speed. We need movement speed. Vi going with Assault and Battery onto the Orianna, but she is able to shield. Actually, she's able to shield the... Oh, will Repel be used there? Will it be used in time? Nope, it will not. And she was not able to click onto the Darius as well. So red team now running for their lives. They will survive. And pings are going down onto the Baron, though there are a lot of wards for red team. And I must say, without... Oh, actually, Lee Sin is coming. And they have full vision on Darius. They could go for it. But they're not. They're probably not. Gold-wise, it's still quite even. So, again, I get slapped in the face by the other team. Now this team fight was way more better for blue team than it was for red team. More likely because Lee Sin was baiting it out. Even I thought that he disconnected. And maybe he did. I'm not too certain. But because he soaked up that much damage and ultimates... He was able to just... this team was able to wreck their house. Of course, again, a very nice shockwave by Orianna. It was first a very nice crescendo by Sona, followed up by an easy to land shockwave for Orianna. Cailtlyn, of course, doing a lot of damage as well. Kogmaw was not in that fight. He got focused immediately. And then all that was left was Ryze, Vi, and Darius to try and clean it up. Vi being aggressive as Vi can be, every time she uses an ability after a few seconds she gets a shield based on her total health. Will this be a dragon for red team? However, it's been a while since they took a dragon. Will blue team allow them? They will be allowed to take this dragon apparently, and this is going to be bad. Very nice apprehend onto the Orianna. She got bursted down immediately. Red blue team on the run. Vi fairly low. Gets dragon rage by Lee Sin. A very good kill and flash away immediately. Lee Sin making the plays here. Now Cailtlyn with a red buff is able to slow down the Ryze. Well, he is slowed now. He is exhausted. And there's going to be Elise doing a lot of damage with her spiders. Darius will not survive. He will go in for the dunk. But a heal onto Lee Sin. Can he safeguard? Nope. His team was nowhere near. Doesn't matter. He can use safeguard on himself. That didn't matter all that much. It's probably on cooldown anyway. But that will be, again, kind of a win for blue team, even though red team was able to take the dragon. So, in all due respect, it's kind of 50-50. But Cailtlyn doesn't like 50-50. So she is saying, nope, we will destroy this tower. We want to build elite. We have won that team fight. So we should be taking objectives. And objectives taking they shall. Oh mama, so a 2000, not even a 2000 gold lead for blue team at the 31st minute mark, which means nothing at all. This is going to be a nice rune prism and an assault and battery used. You cannot flash away from an assault and battery, girl. You should have tried repel. I have no idea what happens when you use repel. Oh, and another people person found by Ryze. He is going to use his desperate power to get some more movement speed and get the kill. Is it? Yes, indeed. I'm getting better at this. At champion spells, I mean. Though I should be practicing them more often. Of course, it's easy to say that the spell rotations of champions you see all the time. But if you would ask me, say the champion spells of a Shijani, I wouldn't know. I know Deep Freeze is one of them. And that's probably it. So then, Baron apparently being done by red team. Of course, Elise and Sona are still down. Sona's ultimate is fairly good at trying to scare away your enemies, but now that she isn't there, will Lee Sin be able to take this kill? He was apprehended, so he is in the Baron pit. Ryze was able to kill the Orianna. He is still dancing about with no avail, so this will result in red team winning the next fight. To be honest, that was very nice living artillery there. So, almost an ace. It kind of is an ace, because the only ones that survived were the players that were already dead. So, Sona and Elise needing to defend against a Baroned up red team. So, even though, in a way, the blue teams won the previous team fight, now it's red team turning it around once more. This game is a yo-yo. It goes up and down and up and down. So now it's going down, downtown to the middle inhibitor tower of blue teams. Surely the middle inhibitor will be destroyed. Blue team has respawned, however, so if Sona and the Elise are able to just use their ultimates now, it could have resulted in some kills if Home Guard boots were bought. I'm not too certain. Let's check it out. I don't see any quick movement speed of the players there, so probably not yet. Though it will result in blue team needing to buy Home Guard boots, because red team still has a Baron buff for quite some time, and it will result in probably one other lane getting destroyed to the inhibitor turret of that lane. I think they're going for bottom lane, and Sona thinks the same. Lee Sin thinks, nope, they're going to push top. Oh, those minions were heart-shaped. Ah, happy Valentine, ladies and gentlemen. This video might actually be uploaded by then. It probably will. It probably will. I'm going to upload them more rapidly because I have more time now, so I'm able to probably make a video every day. Though, don't take my word for it, especially at this pod. I don't know when this one will get uploaded. I have been making a lot of them. Well, casts, that is. I should be making some more highlight videos. I will, probably, in the future. We shall see. Vi finding himself a Cailtlyn, a very nice upper hand. She needs to flash away. She has Guardian Angel. The rest of her team is there. You need to crescendo now. Very nice crescendo. That was in the middle of Noxian guillotine there of the Darius. It was amazing to see. He was stuck in the air. You should be dancing, Darius, when the crescendo goes down. Doesn't matter. Kogmaw was able to kill the Lee Sin. Nunu was actually the target apparently, and that's not the target you want. Of course, that's the power of red team. They have a very good endgame composition. They have Ryze, they have Kogmaw with the Nunu. There's no stopping them in the end, especially when you have the Darius and Vi to go in for you. Vi actually very strong in the endgame as well. I'm not too sure if she's going to go for a Blade of the Ruined King, but in the end game that item is so funny on a Vi. The percentual damage is so huge that it's not even funny. There's going to be another inhibitor turret destroyed, and I think they're going for some more. Maybe they're going to buy first. Probably they are quite low. Instead, they're going to steal the red buff. So if they give it to Kogmaw, that would be nice. And now all go and recall to buy themselves some precious items. Ryze actually has 2 Rod of Ages and the Muramana. If it's called the Muramana. Are you called the Muramana? You are called the Muramana. It's difficult because, of course, in Japanese history, you would learn Muramasa, not Muramana. But of course, it's a play on words. Good play there, Riot, because it gives you mana. You see what you did there. So, Ryze going for a heavy ability power and mana build. He's not going as tanky as you would have expected. I did thought that he would go for a Banshee's Veil because he went for an early Negatron cloak. But he just used that to soak up most of the damage of Orianna. And I can't really blame her. Same goes for Orianna. She has a Chain Vest. Will that mean that she goes and rushes an Hourglass? Probably not. The Chain Vest is more than enough. If she really wants some more ability power, she'd probably go for the Rabadon Staff Cap, which she did. So can't really blame her there. Cailtlyn has perfect items almost. So she has another BF sword. She already has a Bloodthirster. So I think she's going for the Infinity's Edge, though maybe she is going for the Scimitar, who knows? Because if she, well no, once she gets apprehended it's done anyway, and I'm not too sure if you can cleanse away the Vi ultimate, though it might, I don't know. So Dragon has been slain, a 5,000 gold lead for red team. This is looking ever so grim for blue team. As I say, Vi going in with Assault and Battery, getting down to fairly low HP, but she got a shield anyway. She will go down immediately. A very nice little... I forgot the word again, didn't I? Well, it was the ultimate of Sona, and this is going to be Kogmaw getting shot from far away. He will die faster than you can say nuns. It was probably at the speed of nuns. Will Sona be able to juke away? Well, it didn't do enough damage anyway. So I forgot the name of Crescendo again. In the middle of the team fight. I'm not too sure why. Again, this team is proving that I am wrong once more, even though the red team decided to fight in that fight. They went in onto the Sona, who still survived, by the way. Sona didn't die. Nobody died of blue team. Sona is going to try and defend the base on fairly low HP, but they should be fine. Blue team wants to go for the kill. Ryze is still alive, and Darius is still alive, so they need to be careful, but I'm pretty sure that blue team has the power to insta-gib Ryze if he overextends, though that will probably result in one of them dying if they're not too careful. Ryze is going to stand on a trap, however. He will get insta-gibbed indeed. He will survive. The red buff damage isn't enough, and the desperate power will make it so that he spell vamps more than enough. Will this result in a double kill? Well, Vi is there, so probably, but Lee Sin was not able to kill the Ryze. Oh, they thought they had him, but Desperate Power just healed just enough. The Ghost will slow Lee Sin and give vision to him. Vi now going in with the excessive force. Lee Sin running for his life. He does not have a ward. Probably no, he does not. There is no escape. There is no escape but death. So blue team overextending a little bit. If they got the kill on Ryze, it would have been so good. They would have gotten an inhibitor out of it. Now it's Ryze going to teleport in, destroying the last tower before the Nexus towers. This is going to be bad because a lot of minions are going to help him. And the only defender is Sona. They keep turning this game around. Stop doing that, mate. It's awesome. I might have a heart attack or something. So this is going to be a lot of inhibitors getting dropped, all 3 of them at the same time, which is bad. Normally, you have some time differentiation between inhibitor turrets, which will result that one of them always respawns, which will result in one lane not having super minions. Now all lanes have super minions, so it's up to blue team to defend their base towards an entire super minion lane. Though they have some time now, it are still just normal siege minions in those crowds. Don't do it, Elise. She's not going to do it, but Sona thought she was going to do it. She is going to focus the Kogmaw. Kogmaw gets knocked towards the team of Lee Sin, but lots of damage is being dealt. Excessive. No, that was Assault and Battery by Device. She doesn't have any mana, so she's not really a threat as of yet, but the base... The Nexus is about to get destroyed. Scare them away, Cailtlyn. Shoot them all to oblivion. Ryze, use your Muramana. He probably is. Yes, he is. He is using Muramana, but it's not enough. Ace in the hole will get the kill. No, flash towards the Darius, making it so that the Ace in the hole is not being used. Lee Sin trying to get the kill onto the Ryze, but he's not able to. Excite is being used. One more Venomous Bite will get the kill. He is able to heal just enough. Will get the kill, but guess what? You get dunked by Lee Sin, and this will be another dunk by Darius. It's Darius versus Cailtlyn. Who will win? Probably Cailtlyn if she's able to kite him for all infinity. He does not have his ultimate. Darius instead is going to attack the Nexus. Kill him, Cailtlyn. Kill him. Run, Darius. Run. Cailtlyn, of course, needs to defend the base. She cannot follow it up. There are 3 wards standing there, so the minute that Ryze, oh no, apprehends onto the Cailtlyn, will Darius be able to do enough damage? I don't think so. Flash away by Cailtlyn. She doesn't have barrier yet, but she still needs to focus the minions first before Darius, so she can't really put any attention. Guess who's there? It's Speedster Orianna getting a kill onto Darius. Are they going to survive this, however? This is going to be very hard. They are still going for it. They haven't given up yet. Vi has returned. Hourglass has been used. Vi doesn't care. Excessive force will destroy the Nexus. So great play by both teams. Totally. Come on. That was amazing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do. Whenever it is I'll do it. My God. I'm going to get a breather first. Whew, goodbye. Bye.